Here we are in round 2. We've won the die roll. Definitely want to play first. Oh, I'm gonna keep it. I think it's really bad, but it's got a bunch of lands and a factor fiction. So as long as our opponent's not playing counter magic, I think we're okay here. This is like a really bad hand, but factor fiction adds like a whole nother dimension to this deck. Where like it's really hard for your opponent because they can't bin good cards, because if they bin good cards, then you get to buy them back for cheap with reanimation spells. So I don't mind taking it here. It should buy us out of this mana trouble that we're in right now. Plus, we could just like the problem with this deck is you're so at the mercy of your top deck, you know, like because we could just draw Entomb into Animate Dead or into Reanimate, and the game ends, right? Like, you know, if I get a Gristlebrand into play on turn 2, that's about it. There are very few spells that our opponent can have that will interact favorably with that. So, yeah, definitely not a great hand. Definitely should consider mulliganing it, but no fear. Let's go for it. Suppose I should have led on Island? No, it doesn't matter. Alright, our opponent playing Forest Go is good and bad news for us. It's good news that they didn't have a Mana Dork on turn 1, but it's bad news that they're playing green, because that probably means ramp. Could mean opposition. Green-blue, I really like green-blue in the format. I think it is one of the best color combinations. Green-white, on the other hand, not too crazy about. Alright. Up was not a bad draw. Let's play Swamp and go. Opponent's got some mana. This is good news because it looks like there are no counter spells coming our way. If our opponent plays a Pelucranos here, we're kind of unhappy. Basically anything else we're okay with. Even, well, maybe like Garrick Wildspeaker, we're not too happy about. I guess even Pelucranos isn't awful for us. All right, Birthing Pod I'm not super excited about, but it's also not the worst. All right, well, opponent going off, fair enough. Well, we're gonna just not cast this main phase. That's right, opponent. We are just playing lands.deck. I'll take that point of damage. So they're going to pod their Wood Elves into something scarier, I'm assuming. Alright, let's just go ahead and factor fiction now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So this is a tough one for our opponent. They sort of have to put all the, because like if they split the reanimation spells, then it's just very easy for us to decide what to take. And they have to kind of split the Bouncer and the Grave Titan anyway, because if they put them together, then I can just take Bouncer, Grave Titan, and then use the Bouncer to put a Grave Titan into the yard. I guess they could put Bouncer, Grave... Okay. I think this is just a pretty easy take the Reanimate Dead and just reanimate this Grave Titan. Tough decisions for my opponent. They definitely don't want to give me this split. This split is awesome for me. So then I just reanimate Grave Titan and get to animate their guy if they go for a Birthing Pod. Yeah. See? Just, yeah, you know. Just keep 6 lands plus Factor Fiction, get rewarded. Maybe I should have just taken the Living Death Grave Titan pile, because then like I get to wipe their board and cast a Grave Titan. I don't know. If they Birthing Pod the Master, though, then I get to just take it. Maybe I should have waited for them to make that play. May have been just better. The nice thing here is that unless they have like Swords to Plowshares, I just get to reanimate Grave Titan, and then if they kill it, I get to animate that it again, which is kind of nice. I guess I can also just like play Ob Nixilis, kill Master. Too bad I can't do both. That would be sweet. I mean, there's no pressure necessarily. Yeah, activate your Birthing Pod. Get your 5-drop Thragtusk. All right, well, Thragtusk is kind of annoying. Let's just clear land. Let's reanimate our Grave Titan. Okay. Animate dead our opponent's Master, I think. Might be too hasty. Seems nice though. I just like get to. Right. So if I were to do that, I get to like start gunning down his guys. He's got this Birthing Pod getting him value though. Maybe what I'll do is just play the Waterfront Bouncer here and pass. The issue is that if I go for the Animate Dead and then my opponent just like has some way to kill Grave Titan, then that's not great for me. Whereas like my current position, I'm just gonna be able to untap with Grave Titan and Ob Nixilis and sort of go off that way. So maybe I should have Animate Deaded on Grave Titan instead. Hard to say. Definitely don't want a Waterfront Bounce or anything on my opponent's board currently, but I imagine that will change. This is interesting. Opponent has a kind of a sweet deck. I mean, this kind of green-white value pod kind of deck is the exact kind of deck that I love to play in Modern. I mean, it's not, obviously, Birthing Pod is no longer legal in Modern, but I like this kind of deck. All right, Primeval Titan is big. All right. It still doesn't match up great against Grave Titan. I mean, our opponent trades, and I just, like, Animate Dead on... All right, they got their Nissa, too, which is kind of... Ooh, the Nissa actually is quite bad for us. All right. So I think what I want to do here is I want to activate Waterfront Bouncer, getting rid of this token. I don't need another island, I think. And now I can just Ob Nixilis and just like kill Primeval Titan, I guess. Seems fine. And now I think I send the team at Nissa. This way my opponent can't keep Nissa from dying. I'm going to get 2 more zombies anyway. Yeah, that's fine. And now we have an active Planeswalker. We can reanimate their Thragtusk or their Primeval Titan, which all seem okay. Ooh, Elish Norn. Ugh, Man, Elishnorn's a beating. What do we do about that? Phantasmal Image, my Grave Titan. Oh my goodness. Opponent, I bow to you. This is sick. Sick beats. Alright. Yeah. Well, darn. We're just dead, right? I mean, I can keep this back to block something, but I think we're just dead. Yeah, we're at 8. Well done, opponent. That was sweet. That was a sweet game. All right. So our opponent has definitely some ways to punish us here. What looked good there? Gatekeeper looked fine. Vampire Nighthawk, well, he blocks a lot of that stuff that I didn't want to see. Guildleaf Winnower looked awesome. Damnation looked awesome. Hornet Queen looked okay, but not like super amazing. And all this stuff is amazing, so I think I just keep all of it. Yeah, probably Vampire Nighthawk just goes. I think that this is fine. I could even consider Disfigure, but I'm just gonna run it back like this. Night Veil Spectre didn't look amazing in that deck, in that matchup. I like have to hit some of their lands to really get going. I don't think we have any answers to Birthing Pod, so definitely love to play first. Hopefully keeping a better hand than the last time. This is probably a better hand than last time, but I don't think it's keepable. We just have like one interactive spot. I mean, we can work towards a Damnation, which seems okay. Huh. We're on the play. Seems pretty loose, actually. I mean, I can go for the throw out their first thing and then like try to build to a Damnation. But our opponent's deck looks pretty resilient even to Damnation. It's a tough one. I need to hit 2 lands to really do anything. If I hit an island, I'm in a pretty good spot. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. His deck is just so unpredictable, you know, in terms of what it's capable of, so I think it's fine to keep here. And the fact that I can interact with my opponent's early plays is very nice. Alright, no Mana Dork. Alright. We hit the island. What 3-drops did they have that I have to really concern myself about? Not too many. What I'm going to do is just play the bouncer here. That way next turn I can just bounce whatever they play this turn, or if they don't have a play I can just bounce their birds and then set up like Shieldred in my graveyard. Alright, well I'll definitely have to bounce that. My opponent gets to activate instead. So actually I'm sort of obligated now to just play Mountain. I'm actually obligated to go for the throat, the Scavenging Ooze, because our opponent can exile the card we discard, because it's part of the cost. So you discard the card, and then the ability goes onto the stack, and they can eat it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and bounce the birds, discarding Shieldred. Just lower our opponent down a little bit. Nissa. Alright, well I don't want to bounce that. It's pretty good. Opponent, does it enter tapped? No, just goes to their hand, right? Yeah. Alright, opponent getting some value. Swamp. Swamp I like. At this point, our game plan is to just sort of push ourselves into Damnation territory or cast Graver Inferno Titan. Like I don't want to bin either of those because we already have a good reanimation target. It's unlikely our opponent plays counter spells in this deck, so I don't feel the need to go for any of that stuff. All right, Swamp's not bad. I still think this is a little bit early for Damnation. I want to make my opponent commit a little bit more to the board. So it's kind of a sketchy keep, but it looks like it's working out. Just play like 2 creatures, please. I mean, if we draw another land, we just slam Inferno Titan, I guess. Alright, prime time. Probably just means that I... Oh, does that flip Nissa? Ugh, it does flip Nissa, doesn't it? That's unfortunate. Birthing Pod. Yeah. I'm gonna just snap off Damnation here. Sucky as that is, like, our opponent's gonna have a pod in play next turn. Like, we can kind of answer the Nissa. If she down ticks, like, we just still, if we draw a land, we can just Inferno Titan it away. It wasn't great for us, though. I was really hoping to snag the Nissa with the Damnation. Fauna Shaman's annoying. We know they have pod in hand, so... Yep, there's Birthing Pod. Podding your Fauna Shaman is a little bit weird. Alright, it's fine. Rakdos Return. I kind of like Rakdos Return here. Yeah, I think we just have to take that route right now. And we'll redirect to Nissa as well. This just like makes it a little bit more reasonable for us. Okay, 3 lands, all right. It makes it a little bit more reasonable for us to like just jam Inferno Titan or Grave Titan. It is unfortunate that we don't get to Izzet Charm the Fauna Shaman down, but like taking all the cards from our opponent's hand kind of does the same thing. Though, yeah, I guess our opponent gets to go off with Nissa. Thragtusk. All right, okay, so yeah, we're dead, right? They just activate Fauna Shaman, discard Thragtusk, and then find Elesh Norn. And we just can't beat that. I guess we can draw like Living Death. But Living Death doesn't even look that good right now. Your opponent gets back a Primeval Titan Scavenging Ooze Phantasmal Image. They just get the Phantasmal Image our Sholdred. Yeah, that actually seems really bad. Maybe it was just correct to Izzet Charm the Fauna Shaman? I don't know. Ooh, they're only getting Sun Titan. Well, I guess Sun Titan is really good when you have Phantasmal Image in your graveyard. Because they're going to get Phantasmal Image, Scavenging Ooze. Okay. Man, opponent's deck is sweet. Yeah, because now even... Oh, and they get to, like, pod away the Sun Titan into Elesh Norn. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. Because the... right. Because, yeah, this doesn't target. It's just sacrifice a creature, right? So, yeah, it's Elesh Norn. Oh, man. This is a work of beauty. I love it. All right. I don't have any draws, I think. I mean, I think I'm obliged here to kill Elesh Norn. And then to kill Fauna Shaman, I guess. I mean, Sun Titan's still a beating. Actually, that was stupid. Like, the Sun Titan makes all this relevant. I should concede. Like, the problem is that, like, if I Dreadbore Sun Titan, then I just die. Right? Our opponent had Fauna Shaman, Scavenging Ooze, Elesh Norn. and they just get to eat all the creatures and whatever. So I was just gonna be dead. And then if I kill, if I don't kill, if I kill Elish Norn, then my opponent just has Sun Titan, and they can just Phantasmal Image their Sun Titan every turn and pod it into value. I mean, they probably don't have more pod targets, but they still get to like get back the Fauna Shaman anyway. So it's kind of a lose-lose there. I think we have lost this game, so it's kind of just doesn't matter. I mean, we can draw an animation spell and snag our opponent's Elish Norn, which is kind of sweet. But even that doesn't win, especially because our opponent has Scavenging Ooze now. It was unfortunate. Like, if our opponent didn't have Savannah up, then we could have killed the Scavenging Ooze, which gives us more outs. But the fact that they Green Warden. Okay, so they just buy back their Elish Norn. This is awesome. They can Phantasmal Image the Green Warden, buy back Thragtusk. Please do that. Just be so awesome. Right? Because this is a leaves play effect. Oh, no, it's when it dies. Okay, never mind. Yeah. So much value. I already cast my Damnation. Yeah, pretty dead. I just want to see what our opponent will do here. It's gonna F6. Like, we're dead a million which ways at this point. But like, our opponent can now like cast Elish Norn, reanimate Fauna Shaman. Like, this cast. Oh no, they revealed Harmonize. Okay, sorry. They can cast Harmonize if they want. Just cast Elish Norn. Garrick. Draw a million cards. Okay. But now you can't cast Elish Norn. Now you're only going to hit me for 10, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, now you're only hitting me for like a million instead of 10 million. All right, well, that was really sweet. I really like my opponent's deck. I actually haven't seen this kind of a build in the cube yet. It's inspiring because I really do like Birthing Pod. I think it's a sweet card. I miss playing with it, so maybe I'll try something like this in the future. Thanks everybody for watching. See you guys next time.